It's Rod Blagojevich up against George Santos in this 2024 coin flip battle. Today on Political Access, we're going to flip a coin for each state to find the winner. This was suggested to me in the comments. I think it's a hilarious one, and it's a fun one, perfect for a random coin flip. So we're going to say heads is for the Democrat, Rod Blagojevich. Tails is going to be for the Republican, George Santos. Let's hope we get a fun one here. Real close one. Maybe a complete landslide. Either way, I want something exciting. So let's start flipping. We're going to start in Alaska. And the first state is going to go to George Santos. Next state is going to be Hawaii. Can Rod Blagojevich get on the board? Yes, he can. Perfectly typical map so far here. Now we're going to head up to the West Coast. Washington is going to be first. And that's going to go to Rod Blagojevich. Next state is Oregon. 8 electoral votes. And that's going to go to George Santos. Pretty even match, but now we come to the huge state of California. Who's going to get these 54 electoral votes? George Santos gets California. In a lot of my battles, the Republicans have had success, but maybe the Democrats will end up winning this one. Let's find out as we go to Nevada. It's going to Santos. Idaho is the next state. And that's going to Santos as well. How about Utah? 6 electoral votes. George Santos again. So far, George Santos having a lot of good success here. Arizona, next state. And that's going to Santos as well. Now we go to Montana. And that's going to Santos. Wow, look at George Santos. This guy is on a roll here. Wyoming is the next state. Finally, Rod Blagojevich, only getting 3 electoral votes. But maybe the tables have turned and he'll have momentum heading into Colorado. And nope, that's going back to Santos. So far, a very red map here. Plenty of time left for Blagojevich. New Mexico is the next state, and that does go to Rod Blagojevich. Now we're going to go to North Dakota. Not a lot of electoral votes here, but Santos gets those 3 electoral votes. Now we're going to go to South Dakota. Another 3 electoral votes. Rod Blagojevich. How about Nebraska at large? Who's going to get these? It's going to be Rod Blagojevich. Now we got to go to Nebraska's 1st congressional district. And that's going to Santos. How about the 2nd congressional district? Santos again. And the 3rd congressional district? Santos. So Blagojevich takes it at large, but Santos wins all 3 districts. Doesn't have to make sense. As long as we're having fun. Now we've got Kansas, and that goes to Rod Blagojevich. Oklahoma is the next state. That's going to go to Santos. Now we've got Texas. Rod Blagojevich, he's got to pick up a big state here. Texas has a ton of electoral votes. Let's see what happens. Who's going to get these votes? And it does go to Rod Blagojevich. So we've got a blue Texas. Blagojevich still trailing 119 to 75. But now it's a much more even match as we head into Minnesota. And that goes to Rod Blagojevich. Now we're going to go to Iowa. 6 electoral votes going to Blagojevich. How about Missouri? That's the next state. Santos gets those 10 votes. Arkansas is next. Rod Blagojevich. Now we've got Louisiana. And that's going back to Santos. Now we're going to cross over the Mississippi River into Wisconsin. 10 electoral votes. Rod Blagojevich wins those. He's over 100. And Santos has a 30 electoral vote lead as we head into Rod Blagojevich's home state of Illinois. 19 electoral votes. And he does win his home state of Illinois. Very close match now as we head into Michigan. And Rod Blagojevich can actually take the lead if he wins Michigan. And he does. So Santos had a big lead early on, but Blagojevich, he found a way back on top. Indiana's next. Now we've got Santos back in the lead. This is going back and forth as we head into Kentucky. 8 electoral votes. Rod Blagojevich takes a 1 electoral vote lead, 149 to 148. This is a great one. Now we've got Tennessee. Who's going to get these? It's going to be Santos. Santos in the lead again. Wow. Now we're going to go down to Mississippi. So far, this is a good one. Santos takes those 6 electoral votes. Now we've got Alabama, 9 electoral votes. Now we got Santos going on a little bit of a streak here. But now we've got Florida, 30 electoral votes. This will put Blagojevich back on top if he can get it. He doesn't get it. So that makes George Santos feel a little bit more comfortable as we close out the Sun Belt. Georgia is the next state. Santos again. Now Santos with a lot of momentum here as we go into South Carolina. And, Santos again. Wow. North Carolina, now pressure's on Blagojevich. He's got to put something together here, and he doesn't do it. All of a sudden, Santos with a huge run there in the Southeast. Now we've got to go up to Ohio. Rod Blagojevich, he really needs Ohio bad, and he doesn't do it. Now all of a sudden, Santos, 8 electoral votes shy of winning this election. Well, we've got West Virginia, 4 electoral votes, and Blagojevich gets those. Now we're going to go into Maine at large. 2 electoral votes. George Santos. How about Maine's 1st congressional district? And that's going to Rod Blagojevich. Now we've got the 2nd congressional district. Blagojevich needs everything he can get, and he does get another electoral vote from Maine's 2nd. But he's got to kind of run the tables here at the end. Now we've got New Hampshire. Who's going to win these? It is Blagojevich. And now we have Vermont. 3 electoral votes. Blagojevich again. But it all comes down here to New York. This would be George Santos' home state. And it's got to be Blagojevich or Santos wins this election. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Blagojevich. Still alive. Blagojevich gets those 28 electoral votes, and now we've got Massachusetts. But Santos can win it still here. If he gets it, he doesn't get it. And now we have Connecticut. 7 electoral votes. This would also clinch it for Santos. And no, Rod Blagojevich denies Santos again. 264 to 208 in favor of Santos, and we've got Rhode Island, and Santos cannot win it here on Rhode Island. Blagojevich needs everything he can get. Who's going to get it? It is Santos. No more margin of error for Rod Blagojevich. He's got to sweep the table as we go to New Jersey. This is the whole game right here. And no, it's Blagojevich still hanging on by the skin of his teeth. He's still in it. But we've got to go to Delaware. Only 3 electoral votes. Normally it doesn't mean a lot, but this time it's the entire election if Santos gets it. And no, it's Rod Blagojevich again, still clinging to life. Well, he dodged another bullet, but he's got to dodge a few more. We got to go to Maryland, and it's 10 electoral votes. And this is it, and that's the match. George Santos wins this election on Maryland. Wow. We're going to finish the states up, but that went back and forth. Santos had a lead, then he blew it. Then he had another big lead, and he almost blew it again. But we're going to go to Washington, D.C. We'll see who gets the remaining electoral votes. It's going to be George Santos taking Washington, D.C. Maybe there's some irony in there. Who knows? Now we're going to go to Pennsylvania. 19 electoral votes. Blagojevich, he does get Pennsylvania. 1 state left. Virginia, 13 electoral votes. How close is this going to be? Nope, it's going to be Santos. And that's the map. 294 for George Santos, 244 for Rod Blagojevich. So Santos gets it done. There were some twists and turns in that election. Just quite did not come down to the very end. But that was fun, all things considered. Thought Blagojevich might be able to squeak it out at the very end. Santos keeps him out of the White House. And how about these two going at it in an election? Maybe the map would be just as crazy as that matchup. So let me know in the comments. Did you enjoy this matchup? What'd you think of these two candidates? What'd you think of the states and the map? Let me know down below. On your way out, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next video.